The 2025 Formula One season is poised to be one of the most highly anticipated and competitive ones that we've seen in quite a while. With teams revealing their cars that are 99% different from 2024, we should settle for nothing less than continuous drama weekend after weekend. With Ferrari leading the charge and being the team we expect the most from, could we see a rebirth of the 2007 campaign and the first championship in quite some time? Ferrari is by far the most hyped-up team on the grid right now, and that's really not an overreaction. The team conducted the first test on the SF25, with both Leclerc and Hamilton running 100 kilometers on the private circuit in Fiorano, and it seems like the feedback was more than satisfactory. This comes after plenty of changes have been introduced to the car, starting with the pull rod suspension and continuing all the way to the rear wing. What Ferrari is looking to do is make small and precise evolutions of the internal mechanics work wonders. But the mission of turning the 2025 Challenger into a brand new one extends to a far greater process. The car has a new chassis, complemented by a new cooling layout, which, while revolutionary by itself, is not as extreme as the one Red Bull introduced in 2024. Ferrari has been clear that they don't want to take unnecessary risks and fall into the same trap that Red Bull did. Furthermore, the air intake will remain the same, maintaining the triangular shape near the roll hoop. However, with the team's priority being to eliminate the limitations that plagued the performance of the SF24, both over one lap and throughout an entire race simulation, it's easy to assume that testing in Maranello has been a great indicator that everything has gone well behind closed doors in the Italian factories. When talking about it, Chassis Technical Director Loic Serra was full of hope as he stated, "The SF25 is an evolution of last year's car, which had already shown good potential. We have worked hard, changing 99% of the car and evolving its architecture to maximize performance. The front pull rod suspension is just the most visible of the many significant changes we have made. The upcoming season will be extremely competitive, where every millisecond will count. We are therefore ready to do our best to find those gains, even marginal ones, that can make the difference. We can't wait to hit the track." Furthermore, Leclerc said that he would be quite surprised if his team doesn't end up winning both championships. That's not an overly optimistic target when you consider that he has Hamilton as his teammate. Elaborating further, Leclerc went on to say, "We will find out on the track if it's the best car. It's definitely better than the 2024 one. The Constructors' Championship is the most logical goal. Last year we came in second, very close to McLaren, but I've always had a dream to win the title, and I hope to do it in 2025. Hamilton and I get along very well. I have a lot to analyze about his way of working and his driving. Let's hope it's Ferrari's year. Today in Fiorano, we didn't have any bad surprises, no bad feeling or numbers that we didn't expect. The feeling was good. I would be disappointed if we didn't win one of the two world championships." Ferrari has been quite open with the development of their car, and it looks like they haven't wasted any time in making the most competitive package for both Leclerc and Hamilton without them pushing each other out of the way. The goal is simple: to see who will be the number one driver by fighting on the track, not through internal politics. This is the kind of sweet headache Ferrari would much rather deal with than settling for anything below 1 peso. When they signed Hamilton, they knew the weight that this transfer carried and the fact that there could be internal fights that might spill over into a toxic relationship, disrupting the entire team. To add more fuel to the fire, Hamilton believes that Ferrari has all the ingredients needed to fight for the championship. And to be fair, that's not such a far-fetched scenario, given that they are arguably the strongest driver duo on the grid. When talking about his new team's chances of winning it all, Hamilton has stated, "I feel confident, 100%. I don't have the slightest doubt or question in my head. I am in the right place at the right time, and it's a great privilege to be here, to join this team, and to work with everyone to try to build and continue this great historical tradition." Every day has been exciting. If something drastic doesn't happen in the camps of Red Bull and Mercedes, the expectation is that Ferrari and McLaren will be the teams to fight it out for the ultimate prize. But have Ferrari done enough to stay just ahead of the Woking-based squad over the winter? The progress that McLaren made is not to be underestimated, as both Norris and Piastri are now eager to prove that once they start from a clean slate, the season will take a much different shape. The Woking-based squad is coming in as the winner of the Constructors' Championship, and rightfully so. They will carry a target on their backs in 2025. The team has taken a very bold stance with their 2025 car because, similar to Red Bull in 2024, they know that if they simply maintain the same development pace and don't push to raise the bar, they will get caught up in the last year of regulation changes by other teams. That's why the design of the MCL39 has blown everyone away, especially after its shakedown run at Silverstone. For starters, the front suspension has been the most eye-catching part due to the aggressive anti-dive effect that McLaren has implemented.